Stop undercutting each other. I'm Aaron Way, and I want to explain to you guys how the trade industry is getting. Everybody out there is, trying to make a name for themselves and trying to grow. And I keep coming across different people who, get a quote out there and then they get bounced off each other, and someone does it, for 50 bucks cheaper. The next guy does it for 50 bucks cheaper than that. The next guy after that does it 100 bucks cheaper. And everybody's just racing to the bottom. It's ridiculous. The best type of advice that I have for you guys, especially when you're starting out, I get it, you don't have a name for yourself yet. You're a little bit anxious. You don't know if you're going to get the job, or you're just happy to get a job. We've all been there. I started out that way, and I'm telling you right now, it's not sustainable. Once you start to get bigger and you start to have more overheads and maybe you have more staff and more resources, more trucks out on the road, you actually need to charge more. So have a think about it. What's changed between your service from doing it when it's just you? Let's just say it's something simple like changing out a hot water system. Then the same person changing out a hot water system that has 25 staff and charges 3 times the price. It's the same thing that's being carried out. Why is one being done differently at a different price? It comes down to value, how you perceive yourself, and how you present yourself to the client, and how your business is structured. The best thing you can do is start looking at how can you add more value, how can you be seen as a big dog in a very competitive world. And there's heaps of little tips and tricks that I can give you to start with. It's the wording around the way that you hold yourself when you're communicating with the client. It's your follow-ups, it's the quality of the job, and it's the presentation. Make sure you're always putting out surveys to get some feedback on how you're going. I remember very clearly when I was about 12 months into my business, and I put out a survey. I was just interested to see, how my products were going, how my service was going, how I was on price, how I presented myself, because you always need to get that feedback, guys. And I was very, very, very surprised to see that out of my results when they came back, 30% of my clients suggested that they didn't give a shit about the price. Here I was going in trying to lowball, make sure I win the work, giving them my best price, when it was actually losing me clients. Make sure whenever you are giving out a proposal on whatever product or service you're doing, you give them the option of the mum and dad special, plus give them the premium. There's people out there that want to drive the Mercedes or the Rolls Royce and have the best of the best. Even if it's a stupid price, even if it's something that might not make sense, it's a light fitting in a wardrobe that no one's ever going to see. We got this fitting here, sir, which is $15, and we got this fitting here, sir, which is $60. And you might be thinking no one's ever going to buy that, but trust me, there's guys out there that want the biggest and the best. They want to have the stuff to be able to show off their mates and all that sort of stuff. So recap on this: don't go fighting each other and racing each other to the bottom of the industry. Stick to your price, stick to a nice, decent, juicy margin. Give people more value, more service, speak highly of your clients, be seen as an industry leader. People can smell from a mile away anyone who's just a business that's being driven on price. If someone's trying to get a price, say they need a job done, and people are just like, oh yeah, here's your price, we'll do it for 1,200 bucks. Maybe it's landscaping in a garden. Someone's like, I want to get some landscaping done, and someone just rocks up and goes, yeah, we can do that for 1,200 bucks. Because they know industry standard, might be 1,500 bucks or somewhere around there. So they just go, bang, here's our price. Thanks. When do you want us to come? Whereas, someone who's an industry leader in that area might go, okay, tell me, how long have you lived at this house? What's inspired you? What sort of designs do you like? These are some things that we've done before. This is our top selling thing. This is how we started. This is our warranties. This is the timeline of events from when we start, from when we sign, to how we enter you in the system, how we need a deposit, how we order the materials. We'll arrive on site here, we'll have it commissioned here. Here's some data sheets on all our materials and where they're sourced from. Here's all our licenses and our registrations. Very, very professional proposal put together, and we'll do that for $1,700. How does that sound? I guarantee you'll win the work. Don't compete on price. It's a short-term game. You're going to end up failing, and if you do win, it's a game, but if you do win, you're going to end up raising your price anyway, because once you start growing, you need more margins in there. You need to be able to handle the overheads and paying those extra wages and extra staff. So why not start doing it now and start making some serious cheddar?